fellas, we're back again with another episode of Alpha Mentality. Got a lot of good stuff for you today. It's been a minute, but this is Live Like Kings coaching by men, for the better men. You know how it goes. But today I read a quote, I would say maybe 2 or 3 days ago, and then I've been away for a minute, so I thought, it's about time. But it was a quote on Instagram actually, and it said this thing that really resonated with me. It said, "Be a lion. Lions don't settle. They don't settle. They don't eat grass when they're hungry. If they're waiting, they will wait. They will wait for a sheep. They will wait for an antelope. They will wait for something other than settle for grass. They won't eat grass. Matter of fact, they won't even look at grass to eat. They will starve to the bone before they even look at grass." And I think about that more and more every day. But it comes back to that thing of settling for stuff. It comes back to the thing of not leaving in time. It comes back to the thing of just being average or mediocre. Settling for grass. You know what I mean? I would rather, and I read this online too, I would rather be a lion and starve to death than be a sheep and eat grass every single day. Being vulnerable like that. And that's how vulnerability happens. But back into what I was saying. This applies to everything in life, like I say in many different times. This applies to everything in life. Family, school, friends, stuff like that. Let me give you a couple examples. Some of y'all are in relationships, right? You're in relationships with women, right? And it's not like you're settling necessarily for grass, but you sure as fuck ain't eating the way you're supposed to be eating, like a lion should eat. You're settling for mediocre, knowing damn well what your value is, knowing damn well what you bring to the table, knowing damn well who you are and who she is, but yet you still settle for that. You're a 10 in your mind, right? But you're settling for a 6. Why do we do that? We let our emotions play into us. We let them overcome us. We let them control us. It's not being a king. It's not being a lion. It's not being an alpha male. That's if anything, it's not beta, but it's sure fucking alpha, for sure. Like I said, you have to be willing to let go of mediocrity. Like, that's just the relationship part of it too. But now I'm talking about friends. You're gonna be this lion, right? You want to be this lion, but you lay around with a bunch of sheep. How does that make you look? How does that make you look to women, to opportunities, to bosses, to people that want to take you serious? But see, the people around you, they're a bunch of sheep that settle for it. I know plenty of family members that went to school 4 or 5 years, 6 years. Some of them have business majors. Some of them have doctor degrees. And they don't do anything with it. And one of them works at a restaurant right now. He's a manager of a restaurant, and he's happy with that. He's eating grass. He has the capability of a lion, but he's eating grass. Because he doesn't want to wait around. He doesn't want to be patient. Things don't come quick. It's constant. It's consistent effort. It's work every single day. Every minute detail you have to put into this for you to be a lion. You can be a sheep. And yeah, because you know why? You know why being a sheep is so much easier than being a lion? Because grass is available. It's available everywhere. Now, once you get that antelope, right? Which comes around maybe once every 3 or 4 days. You feast like a king. But some of y'all don't want to wait for that. Some of y'all don't want to wait to be a king. Some of y'all don't want to work to be a king. You want to get this grass that's right there immediately available to everybody. And that's how you stay mediocre. That's how you stay mediocre. Like I said, it happens with relationships. It happens with friends. You hang out with these guys. I love some of my older friends. Don't get me wrong. I love them. But reflecting back on it, they want to stay in that small town. They don't want to grow. They want to stay in the small town I grew up in. They don't want to grow. They want to sit there. They're okay with that. Some of them are having babies. They're having babies in this town. They haven't done anything. They might make $12 an hour. They might make minimum wage. They might make minimum wage. And then they sit there and ask me, "Hey man, I don't have the confidence like you. I don't have this. I don't have that." Because you ain't worked for it. You never want to leave. You never want to change. You never want to be a lion. You wanted to be a sheep because you knew the water and the grass was there. Oh, I'm okay. I got the water and the grass. I have a friend, and this friend has an uncle, and the uncle is like 42 maybe, and that friend is probably like 30, right? His friend is 30, super successful, finishing up his degree. He's got an internship. It's good paid internship, really good paid internship. But his uncle, right? His uncle who inspired him to do everything, sits at home where this dude grew up, 42, still works at the grocery store, still does the same old, same old. Might have bought, the greatest accomplishment this dude has had is he bought a Honda 2 years ago. He bought a brand new Honda, at least. Good for you. He's still eating grass. He's still settling. He still lives at home with his mom. Do you see what I'm saying? You want to be a lion. People want to be a lion, but they don't want to work for it. Don't be a sheep. Some people are just born to be sheep. Some people just want to stay that way. They want to stay mediocre. Be a lion. Be a lion. And if your buddies don't want to be lions with you, they don't want to be with your pack, then let them go. It's as simple as that. It's kind of the same thing of walking away. It's kind of the same 4 or 5 things we will always talk about, and consistently talk about. But like, you have to be hungry. You have to be willing to risk knowing that you might starve to be a lion and continue to be a lion. You might have to starve weeks at a time, days at a time. You might have to be hungry knowing that you're the best worker in the place, that you're the best salesman, that you're the best teacher, that you're the best musician, but no one's giving you credit. You have to starve to be a lion, to one day reap the reward. But no, you don't settle for a sheep. Don't be a sheep. Don't be these people that love handouts, that love, okay, well, they're paying me $15 an hour. This job wants to pay me $20, but I have to learn something new. Why would I leave? Don't be that person. Don't be 45 years old working in a grocery store because you're comfortable. Don't do it. Continue to grow. Be a lion. Starve for greatness. That's essentially what this is. Starve for greatness. Starve for yourself. Starve for improvement. Walk away from mediocre people, mediocre things, mediocre situations. Stop being mediocre and be a lion. Be a lion. You know, I feel so passionate about this one because when I read it, I thought to myself, shit, you know, sometimes it's so easy to fall into the trap of society of being mediocre, being settling for stuff. Like I said, people will work the same job for 10 years because they don't want to learn anything. They will sit in. I have plenty of friends that work in the restaurant industry. That's where I started out. You know what I mean? I have plenty of love for it. Right? They make good money, stuff like that. But they never wanted to strive to get out of it. I have friends that are turning 40 this year, that are turning 35 this year, that still bartend behind the same bar they started at because they're comfortable. They don't want to be a lion. They want to continue to eat that same grass. They don't want to grow. They don't want to try. They don't want to experiment. You understand that? Sometimes being a king in life, you have to be willing to risk it all. You be willing to risk it all. Your family, your friends. Put your emotions aside for a minute and look at life as a picture, as just a road. Are you going to decide today, hey, let me cut the slack. Let me cut the flag. Let's fucking go. Cut the flag and let's go. I love you, mama. But you're going to be here another 10, 15 years in this house, right? And I'm going to sit here in 10, 15 years and not do anything? No, I told my mother this. At the ripe age of 20. I looked in the eyes and told her, hey, I love you, Mom. I love you to death. But I'm going to move. I'm going to move out of town. I'm going to move far away. I was already living by myself. I'm going to move far away. I'm going to chase a dream. I'm going to become a champion. And I said, I will not come home. I will not come home until I've done something with myself. Because I could sit here all day and live and be all jolly and this and this. And probably get married with some chick in town and, you know what I mean, and be happy and work at a grocery store and be fucking average and drive a Honda the rest of my life, right? And maybe have 2 kids and, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good on that. I don't want to be average. Stop being a sheep. Be a lion. Be willing to be alone. Spend time alone. Learn yourself. Be a lion. I can't stress that. Be a lion. Don't be a sheep. Don't follow that pattern because you know it's guaranteed. You know it's guaranteed. Some people say guaranteed money's the best money. Sometimes that's true, depending on your situation. But if you're not willing to sacrifice nothing to try and grow, to try and be a true king in your eyes, then you're nothing. It's almost like not respecting yourself. In my humble opinion, it's almost like not respecting yourself. If you want to sit and live in that same apartment that you lived in for 10 years, you want to sit and be in the shitty relationship you've been in for 5 years because, oh, I don't want to start over. I don't want to start dating again. I get it, buddy. But it's not it. It's not. That's really all I got for you today, but this is all for us, for the better of us, you know. Some of us understand it, some of us don't. Some of us just don't get it. Some of us will never get it. But if you're willing to be in that projectile, to be in that percentage that wants to grow every day, then let's reap the rewards one day. Let's be champions one day, right? Let's bust our ass now. Let's go. It's as simple as that. All right, this is Live Like Kings coaching by men, for men, for the better of men. I'll see y'all in just a minute.